And you're like, I just got friended on Facebook by Charles Young. And I'm like, who the fuck is Charles Young? And then you say, my dad.
My father was an alcoholic at the base, ground zero of the pager and cell phone boom in the late 70s, early 80s. And had legal issues, by the way. Outstanding warrants for drinking and driving and back child support pay. And then at a certain point, he just drops off the face of the planet. He was very sick. We assume he's dead. So I'm like, this is really weird. Imagine my surprise when Charles Young friends me on Facebook.
I understand I have daddy issues. Like, I get it.
His birth date's correct.
I mean, like, I would say, you know, it was definitely, like, I didn't even first think that I remembered his birthday. Like, I didn't even think, I thought it was in the fall, to be real with you, but, like, it was actually February 24th, which turns out was his real birthday.
And the city that it says he is in was the last one that we knew he was alive in. Because that's it. That's all there is that's correct.
Could it be that all of this is for someone who doesn't necessarily know the story of the person whose identity he's taking on, but somebody who is an ID thief who is just stealing a dead person's identity?
What if it's somebody who just wants to take out revenge on everybody associated with?
I mean, my father was certainly not short of enemies. However, it would be very odd timing that somebody waited almost a decade and a half to wreak any kind of havoc. He messages me.
Really?
I have a plan to deal with this. In the meantime, he friends my brother and my mother. He messages my brother and says, how's married life?
Oh, shit, son.
None of this is remarkable until I get the email. And he writes in very broken English. Let me let you guys know. He was precise about things, okay? Oh, he's living in another country. That's not him. Yes, he's living in another country. He is not a broken English person. However,
I mean, like, I just want to read the email. Like, I'm just trying to say, like, I don't even know what an email is, really. Like, I don't know what to make of it, is all I'm saying.
just to let you know, it took 15 years to get over your mother and my alcoholism.
Oh!
Followed you and Eric on social pages you use. Pretty funny stuff at times. To deal with Russell, his brother, who committed suicide. As that was going on, you were out of any interference to reach you again. I believe the time is come. I'll post pics on your FB. In the meantime, take care of yourself. Always remember that persistence is the key. Love, Charles Young. Including the most damning. My brother's name is spelled E-R-I-K. Like it's misspelled. Which is odd, because he fucking named him! Well, there is a fairly high likelihood at this point that it is at the very least somebody who knew him and his story. Here's the other thing.
I mean, effectively, right? Like you would think there's so much that just screams bullshit on this.
Does he just start using Facebook by himself? Alone? After a stroke? There's nobody else? It's like, hey, your father had a stroke, but he'd like to reconnect with you. Like, it just seems so fucking weird. That's the fucked up thing. I'm talking to my cousin, and he's like, well, you know, why don't you lead them along and see if they ask for money? And I'm like, and that would point us in which direction? Know this, Charles Young, if you are indeed alive, there is not a fucking cent that will ever end up in his hands. Your hands. Dead person's hands. I'm not gonna get ghost dad and put a fucking hot penny in that motherfucker's palm. That's a fact. I highly doubt that it's him. I'm like, I thought I thought you said that dad was dead. And he replies, turns out he's actually dying.